So Sonic Forces. You all knew we were going to review this game eventually, so why not now? After finishing the Spider-Man review, I figured since I already have Forces installed on my PS4, why not just knock it out? I mean, it's a pretty short game and you could probably blaze through it pretty quick, but is this game actually worth playing? After the phenomenal Sonic Mania, which I also did a review on, how was Sega going to follow up that masterpiece? Well, let's take a look. I actually remember when Sega revealed this title at South by Southwest, and I remember my initial reaction being pretty lukewarm. I was going to buy the game regardless, that's no doubt, but this game just didn't have the same magic as Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania was bright and colorful, and this, well, Sonic Team decided to return to the boost formula, but this time with the refined version of the Hedgehog engine. I must say, this game looks amazing on the PS4 Pro, so no issues there, but besides high quality assets, what else does this game have to offer? Starting with the story. I will say this now, I'm not a fan of the darker Sonic stories, and I know some of you guys are already hitting the dislike button, but for me personally, it's just very hard for me to take these stories seriously. In the case of Forces, it just doesn't work for me. My favorite Sonic stories in this series are games like Colors and Lost World, where it's more lighthearted and fun. I know that's more of a personal preference, but don't let me sway your opinion on the story. If you like it, you like it. So Eggman has taken over the world thanks to his new invention gone bad named Infinite. Infinite got his power from the Phantom Ruby. Yes, the same one from Sonic Mania. Sonic attempts to fight Infinite and ultimately loses. The bad guys lock Sonic up on the Death Egg and the rest of the cast of characters just assume he's dead. Knuckles is leading your resistance and they eventually find Sonic. Now you, Modern Sonic, and Classic Sonic, yes, Classic Sonic, team up to stop Eggman and put a stop to Infinite. So like I stated, the story is definitely not my favorite Sonic story. I don't think the writing was great, and honestly I just found the overall presentation of the story boring. I know Sonic Team wanted to make this story darker and more cinematic, but for me personally, it just didn't really work out. Again, this game looks great, but story-wise is definitely something I skip on repeat playthroughs. Also, why is Classic Sonic here? I feel that Classic Sonic was only placed here for padding and adding unnecessary 2D levels to the game. Let's move on to the gameplay. So Sonic Forces returns to the boost formula, similar to games like Sonic Unleashed and Generations, but you don't just play as Sonic this time. You also have Rookie, who is your original character that you create in the beginning of the game. This is a great idea, and I would love to see this expanded upon in future titles. The OC has always been a huge part of the Sonic community, so the fact that Sega is acknowledging that is pretty cool. Your character will use a mix of speed and gadgets to move through each stage. You can also use the homing attack with the hook shot that your OC has. Occasionally, your OC and Sonic will team up, and these are actually some of my favorite levels in the game. Kinda reminds me of Sonic Heroes. Modern Sonic controls very similar to how he did in Generations. He still has his homing attack, boost, and more. For some reason, the Wisps are here to fill your boost meter, and it kinda doesn't make sense in this game. Why can't I just collect rings to fill my boost meter? And why does the ring count only cap at 100? Classic Sonic are just 2D versions of modern Sonic stages, but they're not as fun, especially considering this game is following Sonic Mania. In comparison, it's kind of lackluster. The stages themselves are broken up into sections, and I don't know why Sonic Team went with this approach. Some stages are literally under a minute and they're like bite-sized stages. I don't understand. It kills the pace of the game for me, and I'm not a huge fan of the overworld map either, but I can use the triangle button to pull up a mission list. Thank goodness. The stages themselves look great, but once you look past that, the stages don't really have a lot of substance or a lot going on. Red rings do make a return, and considering how short these levels are, replaying them is not a hassle, but you may not want to. This game also has boss fights. We have Zavik from Lost World, Metal Sonic, Eggman and his mechs, and Infinite. These boss fights are not that fun to play. The fight with Zavik just kind of dragged for me, Metal Sonic was Eggman was okay, and the fight with Infinite were great to watch. I do feel like they could have done way more with the final boss, but it's whatever. How could I forget? This game also offers free DLC in the form of Episode Shadow, which is a prequel story that takes place before the actual story of Sonic Forces. So if you're interested to see how Infinite became Infinite, play Episode Shadow. Overall, Sonic Forces is just okay. Nothing really spectacular. Yes, the game looks great and it controls fine, but it didn't really seem to hold my attention. This game is definitely no Sonic 06 or Sonic Boom, but this game is something that you don't have to really play. You are not really missing much. Just like every Sonic game, I know this game will probably have its fans who will write me in the comment section, and you know what? I encourage that. Let me know what you see in this game that I missed. I'm always open to those opinions. Well, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.